All right, folks, one more video here for you this week. We've already talked about how to use the sine and the cosine function to solve for missing sides in a triangle. So today we're just going to go over a few problems related to using the tangent function. And the way the problem's set up to solve, the algebra involved is the exact same as it is for sine and cosine. So it's just a matter of using the tangent function instead of sine and cosine. And when you look at this here, tangent we already know is the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. And when you look at this problem, we have this angle that we're dealing with, 35 degrees. This side is opposite of that angle, and this side is adjacent. So this is why we're going to use tangent to solve this problem. Because we have the adjacent, we're looking for the opposite, we don't know anything about the hypotenuse. So we can't use sine, we can't use cosine because we don't know anything about the hypotenuse. So instead we're going to use tangent. So we're going to set this up, the angle's 35 degrees, so tangent of 35 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. Opposite side is the x, adjacent side is the 8. So this should look very familiar, similar to some of the sine and cosine equations that we've done before. And since we're dividing by 8, the one step to solve it is to multiply both sides by 8. Okay? And that cancels out there. So 8 times the tangent of 35 degrees is what will equal x. Okay? And so now you just do that one step on your calculator. Go to your calculator and do 8 times the tangent of 35 degrees. Make sure it's in degree mode. And you should get about 5.6. So it comes out to be about 5.6 feet. Okay? If you're using the cell phone calculator, that's fine. Just remember that you actually want to input the tangent of 35 part first. You want to do 35 tangent, get that decimal, and then multiply by 8, and you should get about 5.6. Okay? All right, let's do one more where the unknown is in a different location here. So let me erase this. And let's just move the angle just to get a different perspective. So let's say that our angle's over here, and we'll call it 25 degrees. Okay? And then let's say that our unknown is going to be here. This is going to be our x, and let's call this 5 feet. Okay? And so what we need to do now is, again, we're still going to use tangent because this is the angle we're using, and this side is opposite, and this side is adjacent to that angle. Okay? So again, the hypotenuse isn't involved at all, so we're still using tangent. Okay? So, but when we set up the equation, tangent of 25 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. Now, the opposite is the 5 feet, so that's going to go in the numerator, and the adjacent is going to go in the denominator. Right? And we had equations like this when we were solving with sine and cosine as well. Okay? So now what we're going to do is, remember when the variable's on the bottom, I like to just treat it like a proportion. Okay? So x times the tan of 25 equals 1 times 5. So in order to solve this, instead of multiplying both sides, we're actually going to divide both sides by the tan of 25. So the answer is going to be whatever 5 divided by the tangent of 25 is. So if I go to my calculator, 5 divided by tangent of 25 gives me about 10.7 for that side. All right, 10.7. And we'll call it feet. Okay? So that's what you should have gotten there, about 10.7. Now, if you're using the your cell phone calculator, it's fine. Just remember, again, you've got to do the tangent part first. So do 25 tangent, get that decimal, and then just round that decimal for our purposes and do 5 divided by that decimal, and you should get about 10.7. Okay? All right, I'm going to put one up on the board for you to do. Pause the video, you try it, and then I'll come back and go over the answer. And that'll be that. And then we could do some practice with this, And we're going to be spending a lot of time just practicing these. All next week's going to be practice. So you don't have to worry. We're going to be spending a lot of time on this. All right, so let's keep this the angle up here. Let's call this 42 degrees. Okay, but let's make this the unknown, and let's make this 11 feet. Okay, so you pause the video and you try that problem, and then I'll come back and we'll go over it real quick. All right, welcome back. Hopefully now you've had a chance to try this problem, so let's take a look at it. Here's our angle 42. The x is opposite the angle, right? It's across from it. The 11 is the other leg, and it's next to, it's adjacent. It's the adjacent side. So again, opposite over adjacent, we're going to be using tan. So tan of 42 equals opposite side is the unknown, adjacent side is 11. Okay? So to solve, you multiply by 11 on both sides since it's divided by 11. So whatever 11 times the tan of 42 degrees is, that's going to be your answer. All right, so on the calculator, 11 times the tan of 42 degrees, it comes out to be about 9.9. Okay, so about 9.9 feet, almost 10. Okay, almost 10. All right, so hopefully that helps a little bit, and we will have some practice today, and then we will go from there. Okay, hope everybody's having a good day.